Most of you have heard the saying, the world needs more good teachers. And speaking as an elementary school teacher myself, there is big problems with that statement. You see, being a teacher is a ton of work. It's one of those professions where your work life really creeps into your personal life. Not only do you have tons of things to do outside of work when it comes to planning lessons, reaching out to parents, but the kids that you teach also have their own problems of their own. They're human beings trying to find themselves in the world, and as a result, you take on some of their problems as well. If you know that a student is struggling with family problems, struggling with their mental health or their physical health in whatever sort of way, you think about them at night. You think about them in the morning, and you think about them during the school day because as a teacher, you want to support them the best ways that you can. And being a teacher is much more than just teaching mathematics or literacy or handwriting or any of those things. It's also about teaching kids how to become awesome human beings. And any of you parents out there know exactly how much of a challenge that can be. And so we hear the saying, the world needs more good teachers. But if I'm being honest, it's such an empty statement. In my opinion, the most valued professions are usually valued the least. Just for a second, think of all the people that do the really hard things that make this country function. Or really any country that is. You have maintenance workers, disposal services, you have service workers like stay-at-home aides and healthcare professionals, all of whom do really hard things and oftentimes are not valued appropriately. And you see here, in my personal opinion, the common thread is that we say that we value these things so that we don't actually have to do things to make their lives better. Many teachers and healthcare workers, myself included, really struggle to survive, to make it paycheck to paycheck, while other sectors in the business world have more money than they can even know what to do with. And so what do? We say we value you, while we actually keep all the value in our hands. We say we need to treat you better without being willing to sacrifice anything ourselves. And I really think that this is a problem that needs to be changed within the domain of education or really so many other service professions. It's wonderful that at occasional restaurants every once in a while I can buy one and get one free as a teacher, but the reality is I need to be able to make enough money to survive. As a teacher, I'm already putting in so many hours during my week for the kids that are not paid. And at the same time, although I'm putting in so many hours, it's really hard to survive as a teacher. Many of you know that I wake up at 3:15 every single morning, Monday through Sunday. And part of the reason is because I have to wake up to lesson plan and make sure that I'm prepared to teach my kids, or I need to reach out to parents. And so that's the best time to communicate. And when I'm putting in so much time, when I'm putting in so much of my energy, it can be frustrating to have to work multiple jobs in order to make things by. Now, don't get me wrong, I love being a teacher and I wouldn't do anything else. There's so much value that you get from bringing value to kids' lives, and seeing kids learn the things that you teach them is a first case example of your impact. I've always wanted to be a teacher, and it's so fun to be able to interact and hang out with such young, humored, energetic souls. And most teachers can relate that you learn things from your kids too, whether it be about life or the human condition. I get to move my body every day, and I oftentimes have a smile on my face at work. And so I love being a teacher, and I know that the world needs more teachers. We're one of the most underrepresented workplace demographics in the United States, and there's nothing wrong with saying the statement that the world needs more teachers. But if I'm being honest, it's just about time that we actually started to do something about it.